Downtown Milwaukee is... And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Irving with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Harden. Count that one.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Harris. The kick out to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 5.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here's the break. Here's Harden. No good. Shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Harden, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Throws it up high. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Now here's Harden. A 26-point game for him in the win against Washington. Passes it to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the clock. Irving kicks to Green. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris's shot is off. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Holiday against Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Tell you what, fellas, you cannot throw it down any harder than that. That was a rim rattler.
So it's the Bucks now, after the basket by Brooklyn. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Lopez inside, guarded by Harden. Lopez, no luck. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Claxton's checked in. Harden against DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Pass to Claxton. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They get it back. Here's DiVincenzo. Off with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks ahead, up by 1. Stay with us as we get set. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles, have got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Johnson is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the center position. Griffin. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
On the wing, Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The feed to Griffin. No good on that one. Great D that time from Portis. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Griffin dishes to Johnson. Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Here is Forbes, who's guarded by Johnson. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Johnson up top, guarded by Holiday. Over in the corner, Brown. Here's Claxton, defended by Portis. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Holiday. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Here's Holiday. The rebound by Luwawu. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Griffin. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Tucker.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Right side Holiday. The pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Griffin. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And the Nets lead by 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Forbes can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Brown, good. Brown's got his first points in this one.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Right side Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. DiVincenzo against Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Harden's got 6.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Well, a lot of redemption stories for the stars on Brooklyn. They all came here. Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Outside Holiday. The dish to Giannis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Pass to Irving. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Jordan with the bucket.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Feeds to Lopez. Passes to DiVincenzo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. DiVincenzo's got 8.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Irving. It's good. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
On the wing, Irving. Lopez covering. Back to Harden. Bucks trail by 4, and it's the Bucks on the break. Tries from 16. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the 3 off target.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And the basket is good.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for James Harden. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Giannis. Second shot opportunity. And he uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Irving can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's the 3. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
That giant wingspan of Antetokounmpo, man, wreaking havoc on opposing players and really mucking up passing lanes too, man. He can be everywhere with that ferocious motor and those long arms.
For Brooklyn, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. That's good from Johnson. No good on the second free throw. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
The Bucks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Johnson outside. The pass to Griffin. Back to Johnson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 5.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Harden. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Knocked loose. Inside. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Green. Milwaukee with the rebound. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And Middleton kicks to Portis. Back to Middleton. Bucks passing it around. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Irving. It's deflected. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo inside. Harris is there. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Jeff Green on the wing. On the wing, Irving. 5 on the clock. It's blocked. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. DiVincenzo against Irving. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Brooklyn leading by 5. Harden outside. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harris. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Connaughton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here is Harden. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Green. Money!
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Giannis outside. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Irving passes to Harris. Back to Irving. Jordan high post. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harden. Yes!
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
Here's Giannis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jeff Green picks one up.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every... All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Joe Harris, Harden out there with Johnson. Then it's Jordan, and it's Green in at the four-man position. And for the Hawks, we've got Bogdanovich. Gallinari is out there with Collins. Then it's Clint Capela, and it's Herder in at the one spot.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
Gallinari passes to Herder. I feel like we always see a little more energy from teams, Brent, after All-Star Weekend. Seems like that's a much-needed break at this time of the year for a lot of guys.
Yeah, no question about just the mental reset and how important that is for guys to reflect a little bit, Kevin. We don't talk about that a lot, but to be able to go back and kind of retool yourself and what you can do individually to contribute to what you know the team might be missing, that's a huge help for a coaching staff.
Bogdanovich, there he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Now, here is Harden. A 26-point game for him in the win against Washington. And then Jordan slams it in.
Look, DeAndre Jordan and the rim, those two are best friends.
Here's Herder, guarded by Harden. In the corner, Collins with it. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Johnson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Here's Herder, guarded by Harden. Herder passes to Capela. And the dunk by Capela.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herder finds an open teammate.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Gallinari dishes to Bogdanovich. To the wing right side. 7-foot shot. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Solid shot from Gallo. He knows he has a mismatch down inside. Sinks the shot.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
And you think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Brooklyn.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capela is able to make plays above the rim.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. They grabbed their own miss. Capela kicks to Collins. Over Johnson. That one wide left.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And Harden with the stuff.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Gallinari. Tony Snell comes in for Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Herder.
Great initiative from Capela there, seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Capela.
And Bones, with that Clint Capela trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capela's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
The Hawks trail by 6. Right wing. Okongwu, the pass to Capela. The finish. Oh,
come on. And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capela who can change ends like a guard.
Irving against Young. Outside Irving. 5 to shoot. Two points. That one goes.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Young is out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Hunter. And it's Capela in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
It's stolen by Brown. Here's Irving. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And here's Young. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Right at the free throw line. Rebound Atlanta. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Now we talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
Griffin finds Irving. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
You can see there just the threat of Young pulling up. It's going to open up the two-man game. The defender forced to come out and respect the deep shot. And Trae able to make the play.
Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Atlanta. Brooklyn making some changes. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Down low. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. On the wing, Johnson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have, man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Okongwu, the pass to Snell, and it's good, 2 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Harden scanning the floor. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Young outside. And there's the pass to Okongwu. And he lays it straight in. Okongwu's now got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Harden. Another shot. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Rondo dishes to Young. Count it. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Now, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Left side, Harris. Harden outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. And it's Tyler Johnson. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Gallinari passes to Bogdanovich. The dish to Collins. Pass to Fernando. Kicks it out to Collins. 4 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
How about that? John Collins with some footwork down low. That looked like it's been practiced in the offseason.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Harden with it. He's got 16. Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hawks trail by 10. Here's Herder. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That's tipped. On the wing, Johnson. A floater. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 6 points for Johnson.
Again, lefties are so tricky. He's not afraid to pull up and shoot that soft floater from time to time.
Fernando, the pass to Herder. Lays it up and banks it in.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Herder passes to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Here's Fernando. And the layup's good off the glass. Fernando's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Harden outside with the floater. Claxton with the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Outside Bogdanovich. Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Collins. Pass to Fernando. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
The Serbian shooting guard showing that he has the ability to get up.
Harris outside. Pass to Green. Harden right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Rondo with the ball for Atlanta. It's a 14-point game. Young dishes to Capela, and the dunk by Capela.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Outside Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Young against Brown. Here's Capela. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Irving looking over the floor. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Capela, and the dunk by Capela.
And guys, when Capela's playing like this, it's an added bonus. Love seeing him catch fire.
Now Irving. He's got 8. Softly drops in the floater. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Young inside. And so it's Brooklyn, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great
dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Capela in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Young. The Nets also changing it up. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Bruce Brown. Johnson against Bogdanovich. In the corner, Harden. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Capela finds Rondo. Back to Capela. Harden with the defensive effort.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The Hawks trail by 14. Bogdanovich passes to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Harden outside. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Rondo looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And the Hawks making a change here. Herter's checked in. Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. Harris outside. Kicks it to Harden. Clock at 6. Up and in on the layup. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Young against Harden. Young dishes to Capela. And the dunk by Capela.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? On the wing, Harden. Back to Irving for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Young looking around. He dishes it to Capela and stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands can be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Will it go? Fouled in the active. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving for three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. And Okongwu slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Irving for three. Again, Irving missing. Here's Atlanta, down by 15. Snell, the pass to Fernando. Back to Snell. Three-pointer. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down. And The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court, too, as they get ready to go to work on the road. Welcome to Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, the downtown sky. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Green. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the three. And for the 76ers, we've got Ben Simmons. Harris is out there with Bradley. Then it's Curry. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Simmons' shot is good. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Harden the pass to Johnson. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Harris dishes to Harden. Out to Harris. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot threes.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now here's Simmons. He had 16 points in the win against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Harden outside. From the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Milton kicks to Green. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Bradley. Simmons got 8.
Oh, with tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Harden against Simmons. Harris outside. To the middle. Jordan the pass to Harden. And oh, he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb.
Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Here's Harden. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. Green passes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off of the slam. He has just unreal hops.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. It's good.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Eibel with the ball. Brown on him.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Feeds it to Jordan. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Irving. From deep three-point range. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Remarkable.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And here's Harden for three. He can't hit that time. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. And it's Green. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the 5, down low. Here is Harden. 26 points for him last game against Washington.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. Count the basket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Harden scanning the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Out to Harris. Takes the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
He possesses an unending supply of energy. We've seen it over the years. Griffin is awesome at hitting the boards with force.
Here's Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tony Bradley's checked in for Howard. And it's Green in for Seth Curry. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And Simmons slams it in.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Simmons against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Irving against Simmons. The pass to Llewellyn. The kick out to Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got his third basket of the night right there.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Swiped it away. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Can't cash in from close range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. And here is Irving. He had 28 points in the win against Washington.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Just 3 to shoot. Now the 76ers on the break. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to Harris. Bradley, and it's Bradley on the follow. Bradley's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Up top, Brown. And it's blocked by Bradley. And so it's the Philadelphia 70. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points and 1 steal. It is all happening for him so far. And that does it for our
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
We've got Bradley. Green is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Harden outside. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And he's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Simmons on the wing. And Simmons slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
Simmons looking it over. Back to Bradley. A baseline J. Second shot opportunity. No good from Simmons.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
It's stolen by Green. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Curry. Johnson with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 6.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Here's Harden. Doesn't go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. Curry kicks to Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got his first basket of the night. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Curry is inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Johnson against Bradley. Outside Curry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From 15 feet away. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Green.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Tony Bradley. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. Nobody near Irving. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Howard's checked in for Seth Curry. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And it's Irving missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The second chance effort. Korkmaz kicks to Scott. Pass to Howard. Drops in the layup for two. Howard's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Brown the pass to Irving. Irving double team. Stolen away. Here's Korkmaz. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And stolen by Thibault. The kick out to Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Cuts off the pass. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Brown.
But this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
The 76ers leading by 10. Now, here's Maxey. He has 6. And it's good for 2. Maxey's got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Shutting the floor for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. And it's Tyler Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the point.
And as soon as Harden puts the ball down on the floor, you know he's trying to take it all the way, and he's not afraid to get hit either.
And he makes the first. Irving's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Harden hits them both. Here's Maxey. Pass to Howard. Inside. Thibault, the pass to Howard. Clock at 6. Back to Thibault. He dishes it to Howard. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition. finding a great shot as a result.
Milton with it. There's the feed to Howard. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the 76ers lead by 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Harden. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
He's almost obsessed with drawing contact and getting to the line, and Harden has an endless number of ways to do it.
No good on that one. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Tony Bradley's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Danny Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Tony Bradley. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Harris. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Back to Irving. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And here's Maxey to the paint and stolen by Jordan. Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Maxey. Now the dish to Howard. Now the pass to Maxey. No good that time. Good D by Jordan. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Harden.
Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
Here's Maxey, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Outside, Simmons. Kicks it to Bradley. Back to Simmons. Bradley trying to break free. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden outside. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And Harris drops them both. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Simmons against Harden. 17-foot shot on the way. Tips it, but no good.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run. It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
And so here is Philadelphia. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Simmons on the wing. The shot off that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters. 17
seconds left in the 4th quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, what athleticism from the young guard. Simmons is excellent at cutting into the heart of the defense.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Here's Johnson. Good.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Harden right side. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another.
There below is... Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Antetokounmpo. Brook Lopez is out there with Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Johnson. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And this should be a fun one because of the pace these two teams play outdoors. It's all about up-tempo basketball.
Kev, I'll be surprised if the shot clock gets below 10 even once tonight. That's how fast both of these teams play. And consider this. In the NBA, across the entire 30 teams, your best field goal percentage always comes in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. This should be tremendous.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Wizards.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Bucks, and there it is for him.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Johnson. Portis can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. For 3, Harris. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Here's DiVincenzo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Here is Harden. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Six on the shot clock. The shot misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the bucket by the Bucks. On the wing, Johnson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Let's keep it alive. No good on that one. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Bobby Portis. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Irving against Holiday. Irving passes to Brown. Up top, Griffin. Dishes it to Irving. And the Nets miss again. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Kept alive. Giannis kicks to Forbes. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the shot goes in.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Middleton on the wing. Shoots it up. Cans the shot from the wing.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Now Irving. He's coming off a 28-point game against Washington.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis to explain the origin of the...
I think the underdog story, started when I was...
And great playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in a shooting guard. Nets trail by 8 in transition. Here come the Nets. And it's Brown missing. Here's Tucker. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Outside Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Irving. Here's Claxton. Count it. Good.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Bucks leading by 8. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Harris is checked in for Luau. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Drew Holiday. That one falls. Harden's got 6 points.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Here's DiVincenzo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 8. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait. If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
The Nets have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Harden the pass to Brown. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Can't connect from short range.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
The shot's good from Forbes.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Now here's Brown. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in for Bruce Brown. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And that one's good by Lopez.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here is Harden, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Green passes to Jordan, kicks it out to Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Johnson. Left side, Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. And stolen by Harris. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. Count that bucket.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Here's Connaughton. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now here is Harris after the miss from Bobby Portis.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Second chance shot, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I gotta tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 11. And you. And that should do.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Johnson in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's DiVincenzo. Passes it to Connaughton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one drops. That one misses. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. It's a 10-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Oh, he's going to get hit with his second flagrant foul of the day, and that's the limit. He's out of the game and on his way to the locker room.
And it's a much earlier end to this game for him than he would have wanted. He brought it on himself, though, Kevin. I mean, 2 fouls that were way too forceful.
Hey, G, the official's not cutting him any slack on the second one, but that usually is the way it goes. You know, once you've crossed the line and committed the first flagrant, there's a zero-tolerance policy. We all know that when it comes to the next one. Now here is Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, there's the all-out hustle Tucker is known for. Beats his man in transition easily.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Down low. And the dunk by Giannis.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Harden. Looking to get it going. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Connaughton. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 12. Harris with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Harris. Harden's got 11 points.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
It's stolen by Harris. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And free throw shooting, not necessarily one of his strong suits. Only about 70% on the season.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. One-on-one here. And the dunk by Giannis.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Here's Irving following the basket by Chris Middleton. Now here's Irving. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Here's Forbes. The kick out to Holiday, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Not going to go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Puts up a three. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. Inside. Caruch passes to Holiday. Basket counts. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Irving. Brown trying to free himself up. And that one's good, Irving.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Harden. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Harden's got 13.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Nets trail by 9. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Holiday, then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Here's Holiday following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Middleton. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 13 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Giannis with it. falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Harden scanning the floor. And on the way from Irving for 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Holiday. To the inside. And Lopez throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Holiday against Harden. Kicks it out to Giannis. Offensive rebound. Middleton outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And here is Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. To Antetokounmpo, but they get it back. Lopez, and stolen by Kyrie Irving, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. So for the Nets, Jeff Green, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Johnson in for Irving. Milwaukee also making some changes. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And slam dunk by Harris.
Joe Harris, confident, fearless, big-time shot delivery.
Johnson against DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
What a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
DJ with the fearless opportunity, boys. What a shot.
Giannis passes to Tucker. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get it. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Now, here's Irving. Harden kicks to Irving. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Tucker dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Over Harden. Back to Lopez. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Lopez loves this pressure. He thrives in moments. He shows his greatness. Nice shot.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Pass to Luwawu. Outside Irving. Shoots over Tucker. That misses off the backboard.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
High post Lopez. He's against Jordan. To the middle. Here's Giannis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden can't hit. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
And so the Bucks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Dorisburg. David. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Young, then it's Clint Capela, and it's Herder in at the 1. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris, and it's Green in at the 4 spot.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Yep, it counts. And this time of year, Steve, is when we see a lot of players start to lose their edge. A lot of games in the rearview mirror, but the playoffs are still a ways off.
Well, Kevin, for the great teams, this is when you snap into more focus. This is the time of year to get into the postseason mode. Usually those teams and players that fall off, they're usually on losing teams.
And here's Young, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Great initiative from Capela there, seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
All free throws good from Capela. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Here's Harden on the wing. Young passes to Capela. Green with the rebound. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And that one, good. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
A nice shot by Young.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
The Nets have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, G.A. Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists, and also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it. Few people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you.
Now here's Harden. He's guarded closely, and Harden with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the dunk by Capela.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capela's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
To the paint. And Capela sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capela. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Brown in for Irving. And then for Atlanta, Bogdanovich comes in for Young. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Rondo passes to Collins. Back to Rondo. To the middle, Capela. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's stolen by Capela. Here we go, one-on-one. Collins, good.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
Harden surveying the D. 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and he gets it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capela is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Rondo dishes to Capela, and the dunk by Capela.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here is Harris, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Brown that time on the assist from Harden.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Rondo drives in, good on the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Harden outside. Over Rondo.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
Clint Capela has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. Good luck getting a shot over this guy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play, setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Johnson. Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Luwawu in at the small forward.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Rondo finds Snell. The steal. Bogdanovich against Irving. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Man, it's a joy to watch Kyrie go to work. You can tell he lives and breathes this game.
Rondo passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Now we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Now here's Irving. He had 28 points in the win against Washington. 6 to shoot. The pass to Johnson. Back to Irving. A three-pointer, no good. The Hawks trail it. Rondo with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Rondo passes to Okongwu. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Lynette shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And on the way from Irving for three. Again, Irving missing. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
Now here's Rondo. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Johnson, a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Snell dishes to Okongwu. And Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Young's checked in for the Hawks. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Snell finds Young. And it's blocked. In transition, here come the Nets. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Hawks trail by 5. Gallinari on the wing. Back to Young. Pass to Snell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
One thing you can say about Trae Young, he leaves a huge imprint on any basketball game he plays.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Harden outside. In the corner, it's Harris. Harden outside. And he hammers that one down right in the face of DeAndre Hunter.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Young drives in. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll finish.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Here's Claxton. Another shot. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Atlanta has possession. The Hawks trail by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Young with the ball.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And that
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Then it's Clint Capela. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Herder in at the 1 spot. Irving for 3. That shot no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. Young against Harden. Here's Capela, and he makes good on the layup. Capela's got 10 points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capela skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Harden the pass to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Harden outside. The kick out to Irving. And the Nets miss again.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
For the lead. Back to Young. And there's the feed to Capela. And the dunk by Capela. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the Nets miss again.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Shots good from Young.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
And on the way from Irving for 3, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Harris passes to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harden. Good work defensively by Capela. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Bogdan-Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Hawks. Rondo comes in for Trae Young. Chalk up 2 there. Rondo's got his second basket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capela. Gallinari comes in for Collins. And Goodwin subbed in for Kevin Herter. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Green. Gallinari with the rebound. Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Rondo dishes to Okongwu. Rondo against Green. Okongwu, great positioning on the putback. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Johnson inside. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Can't hit that one. Atlanta leading by 4. Rondo looking over the floor. Goodwin with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And it's Goodwin missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Brooklyn, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Rondo against Johnson. Okongwu, the pass to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. And Okongwu slams it in.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Got it off in time, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta as they wrap up the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
This is why guys like playing with Rondo. They know he's going to get them high percentage shots.
Irving, good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Capela finds Rondo. And he banks in the layup. And now a 9-point Hawks lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he commits the intentional foul. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Harden comes in for Brown. And then for Atlanta, DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Gallinari. Trae Young comes in for Bogdanovic. And Kevin Herter subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Down low, here's Young. Capela trying to free himself up. Young, good.
Yeah, credit Herder. Recognizes where the help is coming from, finds the open man.
Outside Irving. There's the triple. Rebound, Atlanta. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Herder passes to Young. And the shot is good.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Pass to Green. In the corner, Irving with it. Shot from the wing. Again, Irving missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Collins passes to Capela. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Herder, top of the key. Young looking it over. Collins against Harden. Shot clock at 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collins has got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Young is double. Hunter, the pass to Capela. To the right side. Hawks passing it around. Young's shot is good. Young's got 10 points in just the 2nd half.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Here's Harden. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Young outside. He feeds it to Capela.
And the defense Capela provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
And the 2nd free throw, good. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Back to Herder. Pass to Young. For 3. Offline. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare. And we've got time.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Simmons. Tobias Harris is out there with Brent. Then it's Green, and it's Curry in at the 2 spot. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 1 spot. Now here is Harris. Green kicks to Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding. The slashability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
Harden outside. Harris passes to Harden. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Here's Simmons. He had 16 points in the win against New York.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Bradley. Tries again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant at keeping the defense off balance.
Mike Scott's checked in for Tobias Harris. You always see it, these players, Greg, looking rejuvenated after the All-Star week. Does that short period of rest really make that kind of difference?
I think sometimes mentally more than physically. It's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and prepare yourself for the stretch run. And listen, that season is so long. And because guys train year-round now, to get that mini break, if you will, I think can...
Whoa, that was a strong dunk.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Harris kicks to Green. Back to Harris. Pass to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. Nice D from Scott. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Green. And the shot goes in.
Boy, Green showing us another layer of his game right here. I mean, I like to see him attack like that on occasion.
Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Curry against Harden. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Harden's got 8. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside, Simmons. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Luwawu. Knocks it loose and taken away by Brown. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Harris. And the 76ers also making a change. Harris is checked in for Shake Milton. Clock at 6. Back to Irving. Here's Brown. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Howard. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Irving looking over the floor. Johnson outside. Lets it go with the 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Harris against Irving. Harris with it. 20 points for him last game against New York.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Griffin finds Irving, and he gets the bucket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And that one is good.
You know, we talk a lot about athleticism, guys. It's important. And right there, Harris used his well to create for himself.
Outside Irving. From about 16. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Harden on the wing. 26 points for him last game against Washington.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Irving, good. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
On the wing, Harris. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Harden scanning the floor. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Luwawu-Cabarrot in for Irving. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Harden. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Now Harden, 10 points for him. Outside Jordan. Harden against Scott. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Right side Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Harden. It's not going to go for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way. The drive by Green. No good that time.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the jam by Harden.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Bradley trying to break free. Simmons can't get it to go. Nets leading by 3. On the wing, Harris. Harden outside. Feeds to Jordan. He's off on that one. Bradley with some nice D. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Simmons, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Simmons got 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Harden. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Pass to Milton. And here is Simmons. To the inside. Bradley can't get it to go. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Simmons. Bradley trying to break free. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
It's good on the putback. Claxton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 18 points and 1 rebound.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Bradley. Tobias Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Curry in at the 2. On the wing, Brown. Nets passing it around. Harden against Curry. And the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or 2 ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch. Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
Harden the pass to Luau. Back to Harden. From deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Harden the pass to Jordan. Makes it off the glass. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now here's Simmons. 13 points in the game. Trying to find Bradley. Gets it to him. And here is Harris. Passes it to Curry. Back to Harris. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Luwawu. Irving way outside. And again, it's the Nets missing. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Outside for Curry. Harris inside. It's Bradley on the wing. Curry dishes to Bradley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Griffin kicks to Harris. And the pass to Johnson. Brown against Green. On the wing, Brown. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And here's Harris from the arc. Unable to get that one.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Green passes to Thibault. Outside for Curry. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 5-point 76ers lead. Pass to Johnson. Pass to Claxton. And he dunks it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Harris, right side. Over Claxton. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Nets trail by 3. And it's Brown that time on the assist from Harris. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Harris against Curry. And a miss there on the triple. Harris outside. He could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Luwawu in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. A nice shot by Irving.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Here's Harden. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and stolen by Jordan. Green kicks to Irving. Goes up on the wing. Almost, but it rolls out.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Simmons dishes to Scott, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan comes to deny a shot. His size and reach give him a big advantage.
And the jam by Harden. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
The drive by Simmons. Here's Scott. He feeds it to Howard. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Harden, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Second chance shot. Clock at 4. Harden finds Jordan. Yep, that one goes. And the Nets lead by 3.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Harden the pass to Irving. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. They have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Griffin in for Irving. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Passes to Curry. For the three. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Curry with some nice D. And Philadelphia has possession. The putback, it falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here is Harden. From deep. Offensive rebound. Jordan kicks to Harden. Left side, Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Simmons passes to Curry. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
At the arc, Curry's so consistent. I mean, he'll knock it down every chance he gets from there.
Harden dishes to Harris. Harden outside. And there's a foul. Will go on Shake Milton. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And, you know, the Beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win. And
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark.